I thank the gentleman for yielding. Today's rule contains a resolution that will really fundamentally change the proceedings of this House of Representatives. Once that passes, and it will because this House is ruled by the majority, we will then take up a $3 trillion assistance bill. It's not the first time this week that the majority Democrats have trampled on the rights of the Republican minority. Allowing multiple members to vote by proxy does not seem like representative government. I, for one, will not give away the vote of the people of the 26th District to someone that they did not elect. Governing is difficult, but we sought the jobs and we need to get back to work. Far too many American lives have been lost to the pandemic. This novel coronavirus continues to wreak havoc on our healthcare as well as our economy. There are plenty of things we could have done in the House, on the Committee on Energy and Commerce during the last several months, which were undone. We passed a bill called the Pandemic All Hazard Preparedness Act. This was a good bill, and it was signed into law in June of 2019, 6 months before the pandemic started. We could have had a real-time oversight of this bill that we had just passed in the month of February. Ask the question, is it doing what we thought? Are we achieving what we attempted to achieve with that bill? Here's a real-time test, a stress test, but we chose not to do it. We had hearings on flavored tobacco and horse racing instead. In an effort to show what we should be working on, I wrote a series of hearing request letters this week to the Energy and Commerce Health Subcommittee Chair, including work on the Strategic National Stockpile, mental health, racial disparities, provider relief, and testing. We should be working through authorizing committees to improve our nation's public health response to this pandemic. State testing capacity has gotten substantially better, but we must reflect on what went wrong, so we must then make sure that it does not happen again in the future. I frankly do not understand what happened at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in the month of February of this year. We've never really asked the question at the committee level. We should have. If we don't understand what went wrong, how do we prevent it from happening again? If the virus makes a resurgence, if some other virus makes an appearance. Congress, recognizing the importance of widespread diagnostic testing, did take action to encourage the development of testing strategies, and billions of dollars have been directed toward testing in our 4 previous response bills. But now we're poised to push $3 trillion of taxpayer money out the door, and we should evaluate. We should have the evaluation of what is the current state of our response and our recovery, including our testing strategy. We have to get this right for the American people. I yield back to the gentleman.